and its aims and objects, in our view, have done a great job to protect the town belt, its special qualities, and in our view, would only need minor adjustments or minor changes, if any, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Review of this plan will, of course, have to go out for public submissions and hearings. So we would like to ask, why does there have to be a separate process for these guiding principles and the expense to ratepayers? But why couldn't they be done at the same time that the management plan is done out for public review? The documentation of these guiding principles refers to legislation. Councillor Foster at the June Strategy and Policy Committee meeting said the principles were precursors for future legislative changes in the town belt. Now we note the council already has drafted a bill on the town belt, the Wellington Town Belt Bill. So we ask again, why are these principles needed for legislation when the bill has already been drawn up? If this draft bill is still on the table, we haven't received assurances that it isn't, then we have serious concerns because its stated purpose is to replace the various powers and limitations of the deed. The 1873 deed gifted the land on trust to the inhabitants of the city of Wellington to be forever hereafter used as a public recreation ground. The word ground is significant because it reflects the instructions of the founders of Wellington that no buildings shall ever be erected upon it. The town belt is. Under the 1873 deed, the council does not have beneficial ownership of the land. The importance of this and protect the town belt can be appreciated when you consider what has happened to the Wellington waterfront, land which the council does have beneficial ownership of. Despite assurances by a previous mayor that the public would be involved in developments, have a right to have a say on developments on the Wellington waterfront, that right has been taken away by Variation 11. Now, Waterfront Watch has had to appeal that to try and get that right back. Under the deed, this can't happen with the town belt. Perhaps that's the reason why there are attempts to change the deed. We have received parliamentary advice that a local bill cannot be controversial. A local bill which tries to override the deed certainly will be controversial. With great foresight, our city founders set aside the town belt to preserve the beautiful appearance of the future city for the enjoyment of the public. Their inspiration was the town of Adelaide, whose civic authorities have recently applied to have it recognised as a World Heritage Site. What a contrast to the Wellington City Council's attitude to our own town belt. Action for Environment has been this week in the Environment Court trying to fight a consent granted to the badminton to double the size of their hall in the town belt, despite the fact that this was not approved by the council to begin with. They've done a U-turn on it, and it was turned down by independent commissioners. So what's going on here? Like Adelaide, we should treasure our town belt's open space, not compromise it, as these guiding principles, as they are currently drafted, will surely do in our view.